Alright, so we're gonna keep going. I can't take this. Well, let's help him out. Here's the humanity. Maybe it'll help him out. When you equip humanities, like the one I have on my upper left-hand side, the one humanity that I have, it actually gives you a higher drop rate and also increases your resistances to like poison and other status effects. Man, look at that view. Alright, so since we come out of there, we don't want to go that way yet. We'll run this way. Talk to this man over here that has a cool sun on his stomach. Kind of chunky man.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
So we'll talk to him again.
Aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Yes, I have a moment.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Yeah, why not?
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
Alright, a white science soapstone.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
This is kind of the multiplayer aspect of Dark Souls. If you use the white soapstone, you create a sign. Now we haven't ran into any of these because I'm hollow. You can only summon other players to your world if you're if you use a humanity to unhollow yourself. Now I could be a hollow and place a sign, and then somebody else that's not a hollow would be able to summon me. But we'll mess with that later. It's a good way to get humanity. Let's run. I'm probably gonna get hit. Yep. So this is that bridge that the dragon flew to. I'm not sure if you saw it, but all those guys that were here kind of died. It's alright, before we even want to mess with that, let's go down here. Keep that ladder down. If you remember, this is our bonfire. So now I can save my progress. Oh, and sometimes on bonfires you can actually see other people running around. They kind of increase your contact with them. So I'm not sure if that guy can see me or not, but I see a couple of bloodstains here. And you might think that being able to summon people makes the game a little bit cheap. Because, I mean, you have two people fighting the same bosses, the same guys or whatever, and they help you out. But there's a downside to that. Even though you can make the game a lot easier by getting some extra help, you can also get invaded by other players when you're human, in your human form. And normally those players are a lot stronger than you are. Alright, come on. What are you doing? I wouldn't recommend fighting anybody right there. It's kind of dangerous. Alright. Now I'm gonna do this. Well, first, let me do one thing. When you rest at that bonfire, you can actually come back up the stairs, peek in there, and then run back down. Because that dragon's gonna shoot his fire. Oh, if he sees you. And then he'll kill all those hollows that were right there. And you get a free 555 souls. So you can keep doing that if you really need souls, or if you need a level for whatever reason. Now, I might need to level. Because... Oops. I don't have the dexterity for this bow. You also need to equip your bullets and... not your bullets, your bolts and arrows right here. Let's go back down. Let's see if we can level up ourselves enough to be able to use that bow effectively. You have to be careful when leveling up, because the more you level up, the more souls it takes. So normally you only want to level up to whatever your weapon requirements are, or whatever, because a lot of the damage that you do doesn't really come from stats. I mean, it can at later levels, but you could probably go through the whole game and never level up, as long as you were able to get good armor and good weapons. Alright, so let's go get our free 555 experience points. Or souls. And remember, we just rested, so these guys are gonna come back. Dude. Man, I really hate messing with this guy. Let's just send him down. Alright, so we're going under the bridge because of our friendly dragon over here, right? The one thing I haven't touched about Dark Souls is that they actually have a pretty cool way of getting some weapons, and that's by cutting off the tails of your enemies. I could have done this when we were fighting that enemy that I showed you how to drop down and kill, and we would have gotten his weapon. But to kind of demonstrate what I mean, we're going to take out this dragon's tail. Can't remember how. Okay, so you can actually zoom in. It's not that easy, and it's gonna take a little bit of time and practice. It's really and truly I don't remember how to do it, but I'm going to fast forward this part. All right, guys. So we'll see you in a bit. And that's the Drake sword. I was getting scared for a second there. So as you can see, the dragon is now missing his tail. Poor thing. Anyways. So why spend so much time on doing that? Let me show you. It's actually one of the strongest weapons you can have at this point in the game. I mean, I show you some other ones, but this is probably the strongest one at the moment. And also, you only need 16 strength to be able to equip it. And I think we have all those requirements. So check it out. We're actually using a dragon's tail. So one thing about dragon weapons is that most of them have a special attack. You can see that, right? So if you two-hand a dragon weapon and then use the strong attack, let me see if I can line myself up here. You will actually do a really cool range attack, or depending on the weapon that you use, you'll do something really awesome. The only problem with that is that now if we look at the weapon's durability, it went down to from 360 to 330. That's 30 durability just by swinging that sword once and doing its special attack. And that's not that cool. So you want to use those sparingly and maybe last resorts, or if you're near a blacksmith, you can do that quite a bit and then just go back and repair your weapon. So here we want to be careful of these guys, because rats cause poison attack. So you want to be very careful. Okay, and if you guys think that using the Drake sword is kind of cheap or whatever, let me know. I can switch back to another weapon. The only thing that'll keep me from doing is maybe doing things like... Oh man, do I want to? Yeah, let's do it. Doing stupid things like facing enemies that are too strong to face. You have to be careful going up here. This guy will take us out in a few hits if we're not too careful. But, oh no. No. Oh, he got me. And that's how you die in Dark Souls. I'm surprised I hadn't died till this point, but that's what I get for taking out strong enemies. And I think we can try again. Maybe to recover all our stuff. Like at this point, we don't really have anything to lose because we lost all our souls. And we lost our one humanity that we have. So if we die, it doesn't matter. It's a big part of Dark Souls, I mean. You can see his tail respawn, but you don't get two swords out of him. And if you play Dark Souls and you don't like dying in games, then I would not suggest that you play this game. Oof! Don't fall. I can't get him. That's why I hate fighting this guy. He walks super slow. He always blocks. In some places you have to be careful with the camera angles. I don't think you can backstab rats. Alright, this time for reals, we'll take him out. I'm not the best Dark Souls player. I probably shouldn't have walked out here, because sometimes that guy likes following you up. But sometimes I get lucky. There, we got our souls back. Well, technically, I could just run away now. Oh, I heard you. Okay, I don't think that's something we want. Nope. Alright, we're not gonna try that again. But since I died further down the stairs, that means I can just get my stuff and go. It's not that hard, and especially if you have the Drake sword. You just have to backstab him a couple times and he'll go down. But I'm not that strong as far as it comes with their movesets. You can actually parry some of his attacks, but because he has a two-handed sword, or a great sword, it's a little bit hard at points. Alright, let's take this guy out. Ah, yes, of course. I hate you. That's another thing. If you're locking onto enemies, you have to be careful if you knock them off or... No, 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 turn around. Because sometimes the camera gets all wonky and you actually have to not be walking so you don't fall off the edges. I don't know. You can see other people try to do this stuff too. Or we could just... Can we? Where's my... There we go. We could do that and then run away. Now with this weapon, most enemies, most hollows at least, will just take one hit to die. I wonder if I can beat that guy. I'll just do it normal. If you're fast enough. Woohoo! You can actually run. And go through the gate over here before it closes. Yep. Woohoo! I don't want to fall down there. So you saw that hollow that ran that way, right? And here he is. You don't have to worry too much when you with the Drake sword anyways. Pretty good tactic with this guy is you can actually use an alluring soul. Skull? Too many soul names. Oop, and don't fall in the fire. Cooked myself. I have to get used to the buttons again. So he uses... He cooked himself as well. Oh my god. Anyways, you use an alluring soul, he'll stare at it for a while, and you actually can run away. And you can kill him too, he's not that hard. Normally I just stand on top of the bridge and spam my fire attack. I think if I hadn't landed on that fire, I probably would have been okay. Probably. I'm sure if I would have pushed the right button, I would have been okay as well. play it a little bit safe here. Oh, nice. As you can see, we picked up a humanity. Compared to most of the other enemies, I mean, humanities don't drop that often. But the rats kind of help you out a little bit in that respect. Well, I want my stuff back, so... Let's be a little bit wary here. Sometimes if you attack them, it kind of goads them into attacking as well. Ah. It doesn't help that these guys... Alright. This is my usual technique right here. Oh, he's too far. But you can also do this. Oh, not that. As you can see, he's... Or maybe not. It's kind of weird. So you see that guy? That's not what I wanted. Normally that guy goes running, and there's a couple of guys waiting to ambush you right there. I think from all my dancing around upstairs, it didn't work out so well for them. Again, drop attacks work great. I think I pissed somebody off or something, because normally those guys don't aggro until you actually run up to them.